What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about the Magnus Walker crash. Now, who cares if anybody watches my channel or not? It's just a car crash, right? Don't get all butthurt. Don't offer me money to take my YouTube video down. It's a classic 9/11 crash. Everybody likes watching 9/11s crash. The whole reason a 9/11 is cool in the first place is because it's so hard to not crash. Basically, the engine on a 911 is mounted right over the rear wheels. I think it's like 60% of the weight of the car is in the back, 40% in the front. It's a very short wheelbase car. There's a lot of different features that go into why a Porsche is really a dangerous vehicle. Yet people really like it over the sands of time because if you could perfect its driving, it has this little way to kick you out of turns that feels real good. Every car can be driven fast in one way or another. It's just another configuration of a good car. And all of us that are obsessed with the 911 over the years really understand that as much documented footage of people crashing Porsches is all useful to watch. Any of the footage of people rallying them, or it's all fun to learn about the Porsche's wicked handling capabilities. And they are capabilities, but they have their limitations. So let's talk about this one. It's such a good crash for different reasons. Okay, so Magnus starts coming into this frontage road. There's a Porsche dealership right here. Actually, it's right in here. And he takes this corner a little bit funny. Comes out of this turn hot. And it almost looks like he's going to hit the curb right here. But he's just trying to do like this little cute little line, like, yeah, I'm using the whole part of the road. And then he starts kind of like weaving back into the middle of the center line. He doesn't cross the center line here, but you can tell he's trying to do something real cute, like look at me using my sense of line. And then he accelerates really hard in a straight line, which is about the time the news reporter who was sitting next to him probably told him to slow down and distracted him. It's hard to have a passenger in your car. And once you get into the apex like he did, he was going so fast. I think he got distracted, either from her telling him to slow down or whatever, because they were headed for disaster. Basically, how fast he took this turn, he still continued to try, right? But the back end started to kick out because he pushed it too hard. He was basically coming in maybe 50, 40, 50, and that's just being moderate. He starts to go into oversteer. Basically, the back end is coming out. The only way to correct that on a Porsche 911 is to actually not take your foot off the gas. And that's why this car is such a widowmaker. If there's anything in front of you and you can't take your foot off the gas, it's disastrous. So, to be honest, he had enough driving skill to get out of this without injuring the reporter. But let's go into what happened. Okay, he goes into oversteer. About right here, it kicks out far enough to be noticeable that he needs to do something about it. He's no longer on his side of the road. He's on the other side of the double yellow, or it's a single yellow. But there's oncoming traffic. There's like regular soccer moms and stuff trying to come home from work. And he's going into their lane with the back end of his car. Now, in a normal Porsche situation, you would apply more gas and the car would just straighten out. The problem is there was a parked freaking trailer right here. Parked. Unloading cars with the trailer gate down. So he had to let off the gas. There was no other choice. Once he let off the gas at this point, you induce a kind of snapping effect. The car snaps back in the other direction. So he tried to correct it right here when it snapped back, and he had nowhere to go. He was still letting off the gas and waiting for the car to lose speed through drag. And he tilted it into the driver's side, so the driver's side would hit the tailgate and spared the reporter, probably injured himself a little bit. And all the while, they were set up here filming, ready for this to happen, ready for him to come in through a corner, and they were expecting him to do it slow. But of course, like, you only had this one little area to show off. As a YouTuber, I understand the whole pinnacle moment is like right here where everybody gets to see the handling characteristics of the car. So he wanted to show everybody, hey, it kicks out and then it comes back. Except for he didn't have enough room to do that. You can't start going like 50, especially into a parked car.